Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. Everton have been linked with a move for Yves Bissouma, the Spurs midfielder. He is coming into the last 6 months of his contract at the club. He does have, or Spurs certainly have an option to keep the player. They do want to let him. They do want to sell him, but obviously to be willing to take that option up if they don't sell him, or if it means getting more money for him. Everton have been linked with the midfielder. Not sure how many more midfielders Everton need, and certainly if they do bring any more in, they're probably going to have to sell some midfielders, which could be the case as well, as you'll hear in this news. But yeah, Everton being linked with him today. It is getting to that season now. Certainly in an international break, there's always rumours, always links. Or it feels like it might be, not one of the last throws of the dice by the agents to get round to clubs to start making sure they're looking at players during December ahead of any possible move in January. But that certainly seems to be what is going on at this time of year. So Everton linked with the player. Dwight McNeil as well, he's been linked with a move to Wolves once again. They're going to need players in January. The situation for them at the moment is pretty dire at the bottom of the league, and bringing in a new manager, they'll be looking at players, and Dwight McNeil is one of those mentioned. And listen, Dwight McNeil, we've all seen what he can produce with that left foot given an opportunity, and I could see the likes of Wolves coming in for him. Whether Everton would let him go permanently or whether it be a loan, again, it would be all to do with filling that bench, because that's when you scratch the surface past that bench, Everton haven't got many players, and that's why the likes of Dwight McNeil are on it every single week, even though he hasn't been used that much. So that could be a good move for all parties. And Dwight McNeil's seen himself go from a first-team regular to not getting on the pitch whatsoever. So for him, he'll just want to play football at the age he's at. And on that as well, Everton have been linked with a move for Scott McTominay. Again, some reports have gone even further than reports in the last couple of days. The reports are now is that Everton are willing to break their transfer record for the player. He's doing brilliantly well in Napoli. Scored an incredible goal last night for Scotland as they beat Denmark 4-2 to go to the World Cup. Congratulations to them. Fantastic. So they've got an opportunity. He's certainly got some big opportunities coming his way, and he'll be involved in that World Cup. Does he want to move back to the Premier League? He certainly seems a David Moyes kind of player, and he certainly seems like an Everton kind of player. He's in his late 20s now. It wouldn't make sense financially to pay a hell of a lot of money for him, but if Everton really want him, we've seen last summer that Thomas Souček's name was bandied about quite a lot. I think Scott McTominay's a player that's grown more and more as he's been in Italy as well. He just seems to be a different kind of player now. That might be because of the standard of football, but this was a player that David Moyes wanted at West Ham as well. So, listen, there could be something in that. Who knows? But he'll just be looking to finish to play the rest of the season strong and go to that World Cup and give him the best chance for him to shine on the world's, in the World Cup, and it'll be amazing. And it was an incredible occasion last night for them as well. And you look at someone like Nathan Patterson now and see what will that mean for his future? Will he force a way out of Everton in January to try and get back into that Scotland squad? Because he is honest, he was a Scotland regular when Everton brought him in, so he'll be desperate because he's missed 2 tournaments while he's been at Everton, so he'll be desperate to get into that squad. Last night, Senegal beat Kenya 8-0. Idrissa Gana Gueye was a second half substitute in that. Iliman Ndiaye wasn't involved in the game. Obviously both of them played against Brazil at the weekend. But Iliman Ndiaye didn't play. Hopefully that was just because it was a friendly and he didn't need to play him whatsoever. But Idrissa Gana Gueye was a second half substitute. And another news, the 1878 have announced that the first game at Hill Dickinson Stadium with their displays will be against Arsenal, and they are looking for volunteers to take part in that. So if you want to get involved, help them out. It's a lot bigger stadium to dress than Goodison Park was, so please get in touch with them via their social media and help them make Hill Dickinson look as amazing as Goodison Park did in the last couple of seasons. And as I say, that's for the Arsenal game, which we all know will be that Saturday night before Christmas. There you go. That's today's news. Thanks for watching. See you later.